So today I'm here with the first episode of my FC26 career mode with Norwich, and I'm really looking forward to this one. If you don't know, I am a Norwich fan, so I thought it was about time I did a career mode with Norwich. So I've got straight into creating the career mode, and the first thing I've had to do is create my manager. I've just taken a few minutes to make one that kind of looks like me. Doesn't really look like me, but it's close enough. So now we're selecting the team, and it looks like we're going to have a $14.73 million transfer budget, so probably like 10 or 11 million pounds or something. We're expected to be promoted this season, and our fan base devotion, youth facilities, and financial stability are all at medium, which I'm guessing is like the level of effect it will have on us. I don't even know how much effect it will have on us, but I guess we'll find out. So we're going with authentic gameplay, legendary difficulty. I usually play on ultimate, so I probably will move that up at some point, maybe even after the first game, but I'm going to do at least the first game on legendary just to get a feel for it. Want deeper simulation on, and I can choose the leagues that I want. So the leagues I've selected are Premier League, Bundesliga, La Liga, Serie A, and Ligue 1, just the top 5 leagues in Europe, because I don't know if you can actually change these or not, so I don't want to select something like League 1 and not be able to change it down the line and then not have a top 5 league on there, because I did want League 1, but I got to think about the future, and the future is the Premier League, so I want the top 5 leagues. Going to keep the manager market on, no financial takeover. I'm going to put the board expectations on no sacking, because even though I want to fulfill the board expectations, I don't want to get sacked for a stupid reason. I mean, I've never actually been sacked in career mode, but I don't want to run the risk. This is a Norwich career mode. I'm not going to be moving, so I might as well just have it on no sacking. I'm going to have the scouting speed for star players on fast, and for general players on normal. Going to have unexpected events on, and I guess I'll be able to change the frequency of them later. Going to be playing 5-minute halves with 5-minute youth matches as well, and the youth matches are going to have the current player overall. And this isn't specifically a youth academy series, but I'm still going to be heavily using it. We'll keep the quick sim and sim match options on. Going to turn the tactical view off. I don't ever see myself wanting to use that. Play highlights, have that off as well. I've seen in previous ones it doesn't really work, so don't really want that on. I'm going to turn match restarting off. I want you to know that I'm not cheating games and restarting matches if things don't go well. We're having that off. We've seen already that I'm using authentic gameplay. Going to have the wind effects on medium to start with, but I remember last year I put it down to low after a couple of games, so I might do that this year, but we'll see how we go. Going to keep the weather effects on as well. These are the default sliders that are being used with authentic, so I might change these at some point, or if they're all right, I'll keep them as they are. We'll have to see how we go. I'm going to keep the AI behavior on tactical. Going to have training plans on and the training plan recovery rate on realistic, because I want that to encourage more rotation of my team. And I want to be able to control all my own training plans. Turning off playing training drills though, because I never used it before, so I'm not going to use it now. Going to keep the development rate of seniors and youth players both on normal. Now I just want to check the squad to make sure everything's in order. So no one's got any injuries at the start. I could put in the real life injuries, but none of the AI teams are going to have them, so there's no point putting them on for me either. And the squad all looks fine and up to date, so no one I need to release. So for transfers, we're going to disable the first window because every team's already done all their business, so I don't want any of that to change until January. Going to keep negotiation realism on default and have the transfer approaches on strict. Keep scouting on and player searching on, and we've already been through the scouting speed settings. Going to keep the manager market realism on default, European competitions on, change my currency to sterling, keeping the youth academy on, we've already talked about that, and I'm going to put the unexpected event frequency on low. I don't want loads of these, but I do want a couple of them. And I'm going to start without points deduction. But now that's all the settings gone through, so let's move on.
A warm welcome to you all. Without further delay, we are pleased to introduce your new manager.
And now we are in the career mode, and there's a few things to set up. But just before I do that, I want to say that I'm going to put up a poll at the same time I upload this video, and it's going to be asking you how long you want the videos to be. Going to be a few options if you preferred video length, so just select which option you like the most for how long the video should be, and that'll let me know how long to make these videos for the rest of the series. Right now I've sorted out the team and everything. I've done all the development plans, hired all the coaches, sorted out all the training. I've done everything. And this is what I've settled on for the team I'm going to go with for the first game of the season, but I've got quite a lot of players, so obviously things could change a lot. So we're going for a 4-2-3-1, which even itself could change. It's just my favorite formation to play with, but with the players we've got, other formations are definitely viable. And this is what it's looking like out of possession. And this is what it's looking like in possession. I can't actually change that though. I wanted to change the in possession formation to be a bit different, but I can't actually figure out a way to change that. So someone let me know if you actually can change that. It's probably in the tutorial, but I just skipped through it and I can't be bothered to sit through it. And this is what my bench is looking like. And then this is what my reserves are looking like as well. But a lot of these players are going to get a chance to play throughout the season. So things are definitely going to rotate. But now showing you the first team, it's time to look at the academy. And looks like we've got some decent looking players in here. This guy, Callum Graham's already a 67 overall. overall, which is like already pushing the first team. And we've got 3 players with 70 plus to 94 potential, so this youth team isn't looking bad already. So I've gone through all these players now and set the development plans. I've set some of them training in new positions and some of them training in the position they're already in, because that's what suits them best. So we'll see how these players progress. But I'm really looking at Callum Graham specifically because he's really on the cusp of the first team, and I might promote him very soon. And while I'm here, might as well hire a couple more youth scouts. Although I don't want my scouting to be OP, so I don't really want to go higher than 3-star judgment. I don't just want a conveyor of 90 potential players coming through. I want a few, but not every player I'm finding. So I'm not going to go higher than 3-star judgment for now, at least. Apart from this guy, because I've already got him. And as always, even though this isn't a Youth Academy series, if you want to leave in the comments what countries you want me to scout, I'll set them up in those places. But now we've done all of that, it's time to finally advance. And you won't have seen because I cut most of it out, but that whole process probably took about 45 minutes. I really wanted to make sure everything was right before I advanced. But now we've got our pre-season friendly tournaments. I'm just going to accept the one with the most prize money. So we've got the first match of the pre-season here against Udinese. And we're just going to quick sim it. Not going to bother playing any of these friendlies because I want to get straight to the league. And we won it 1-0. And I've been training Amanqua Thornton to be a left midfielder. Even though it's not really his position in real life, that's why his stats suit best. So go change him to be a left mid. And 2 of my youth players can change position as well, which are Camilo Fiejo and Philip Mooney. Fiejo is becoming a cam and Mooney's becoming a left midfielder. And now we've got the second game of the pre-season tournament here against Lecce. And I've made a few changes for the game because a few players were tired. And we lose the game 2-1. And now we've got the third game of the pre-season tournament against Le Havre, I think. Unless Havre AC is a different team. I don't know. So let's see if we can win this one. And we do win it 2-1. And that is pre-season done because our next game is on the 9th of August at home against Millwall, the first game of the championship season. And now it's the 28th of the month, which is when I like to send out my scouts. And this turns back to the old FIFAs when the May update was a thing. Or when players only grew when the month ticked over. Because I wanted them to grow the first time as soon as possible after I scouted them. I didn't want to wait ages for it. And now it's just a habit I've had since then. And I assigned 2 new scouts, which are Willie Freeman and Valeri Serienko. I don't know how to say that. But now let's send them out. But for now, I'm just going to start off scouting the home nations. So I'm sending Hammond to England because they're an English scout. And I'm sending them for 3 months. Going to search for centre-backs with defender and ball-playing defender player roles. Then I'm going to send Willie Freeman to Wales for 3 months. Looking for right and left midfielders with the winger player roles. Then I'm going to send Serienko to Scotland for 3 months. And I'm going to look for attacking midfielders with the playmaker player role. And they're all set up, so we'll see what they come back with in a month. But now I think all there is to do is advance to the first day of the season. And now we are at the first game of the season here against Millwall. So let's get into the first game and hope to start the series off with a win. So you've already seen the team. You know what I'm going with. So let's see how I can do with it. And let's hope for this win.
Who will prevail in this keenly anticipated league contest? 2 teams of considerable aptitude, ready to entertain the fans inside the stadium as well as around the world. Next on EA TV. And hello wherever you happen to be watching from Carrow Road in Norwich. I'm Derek Ray, and joining me to provide expert analysis is the former England attacker Sue Smith. And you can really sense the anticipation in the crowd ahead of kickoff with their respective league seasons about to get underway. It is Norwich City, and they take on Millwall.
Well, what an atmosphere. The fans will be up for this one. They know that they can play their part in helping the team gain promotion. They're a talented bunch, and they're going to be right up there challenging. A good result here is certainly going to set them on their way.
Well, you never quite know who's going to emerge from the shadows and become a match winner, but this man might be a decent shout. What are you expecting to see from him?
Yeah, 2 goals last time out. That's why he's the focus. Difficult to mark because he's always on the move, intelligent runs and always finding a yard of space. Hopefully we'll see that again today.
And a look at the starting 11 for Norwich.
Yeah, it's a 4-5-1, but it will morph into a 4-2-3-1. The single centre-forward will be supported by the number 10, and you'd expect them to rotate and swap positions just to try and drag defenders out. The wide midfielders, they'll offer a threat in behind.
And this is the lineup for Millwall.
Yeah, it looks to be a 4-4-2, and you'd expect the 2 strikers to occupy both centre-backs. When they attack, they'll combine, and the wide midfielders, they'll get forward to provide crosses for them both.
So here we are, kick-off on the first game of the season here. It's going to be a good one. And I've just noticed on OBS that I think I am actually dropping about a frame a second, so hopefully the footage doesn't look too bad, but if it does, then I'll try and sort that out for the next episode. But chance to play over the top to Sargent here early on. I'm going to hit that first time, and I've dragged that wide, but an early chance there for Josh Sargent, who is the best striker in the Championship in real life, and if you disagree, you're wrong. I'm not usually one to say people's opinions are wrong, but if you don't think Sargent's the best striker in the Championship, you are wrong. And there's Kovacevic making his first save. Oh, that is a really delayed tackle. Oh my God. I pressed B with Topic, I think it was. And then literally like 3 seconds later, he made the tackle. What was the delay on that? Play it back down to Kvistgaard down the wing. Kvistgaard is in the box now. He's not going to be able to get a shot off from there. Going to try and play it across to Sargent. Sargent with a chance. And it's a good save from Jensen. Now I was actually at this match in real life. And we weren't able to get the win, but might have a chance to score with Emi Marcondes now. I shouldn't have gone with the finesse. And Emi Marcondes' head does not look like that in real life. But he's going to swing the corner in here. No idea what the corner taking technique should be. But Medic with a header. And Medic almost gets the goal there. But the keeper makes the save. But Topic should be able to get to that, and he does. Now Marcondes, chance to play through to Josh Sargent. Sargent with a chance here, and we have been on top. And after 16 minutes here, Josh Sargent opens his account for the season and for the series. And Josh Sargent was always going to be the first goal scorer of the series. I already mentioned him being the best striker in the Championship. And after 16 minutes here, he shows why. Clinical finish past the goalkeeper, and he makes it 1-0 to Norwich. Our first goal of the series. And you hear Samba de Janeiro in the background. We love a bit of Samba in Norwich. Got it on the edge of the box now. They played it in. That's a shot, but Harry Darling blocks it. To ball into the box. Jakov Medic with a great interception there. Get to Kvistgaard. Up to Marcondes here. And I'm just going to try an ambitious switch here. All the way over to Mate Jurasek. What a ball. I've accidentally done a roulette there, but I've got it in the box. Going to try and pull it back. I didn't want the roulette there. I wanted him to do a step over to cut inside, but the roulette almost worked. Harry Darling stepped out of position there. Kovacevic going to rush out, and Kovacevic makes a good save with the legs. Slide tackle with Topic there. He's missed it and just got the man instead. And the ref's going to pull it back for a free kick, and that's going to be a yellow card for Mirko Topic. And that is half-time here, and we are going into the break with a 1-0 lead. And I'm happy with the way things are going so far. But Millwall have had chances, so still got to be wary of that in the second half. Going to play it to Topic here. I'm just going to have a ping from range with him. It's going to be deflected, and it's gone behind for a corner. Going to try similar corner to what I did last time. Aim for Medic. Can't get to it. Sargent does, though. And it's dropped to Sargent on the edge of the 6-yard box. And he gets his second goal of the game. And you see the Sargent salute there as he puts us 2 goals up against Millwall here. Medic again. I don't think he really won the header there, but it's dropped to Sargent, maybe about 8 yards out. And on the volley, through a couple of players, through the keeper, into the net. And that is 2-0. Ball into the box there. Darling cuts it out easily. Almost could have given the ball away there, but Marcondes can get it to Kvistgaard now. If I get Sargent running, I'm just going to play up to him now. I wanted to play the through ball, but wouldn't have been able to. But I can move it to Marcondes now. It's nice fluid play. Wasn't able to make anything of it really though, but Josh Sargent can run off the shoulder of the last defender here. Going to try and curl one round the keeper. It's a good save from Jensen. Sargent had the chance for his hat-trick there, but couldn't get it. But can I get another goal from a corner here? Going to try the same thing. It's going to be to Topic this time. Can't get his head to it. I'm going to hit a shot with Kvistgaard in here. It's off the crossbar. That would have been a spectacular way to grab our third goal of the game. Harry Darling pressing the defender, though. Almost wins it off him. Darling with a good tackle there. He needed to make that. Stops them getting through on goal. Oh, giving the ball away with Marcondes there. Tried to sprint when maybe I shouldn't have done. Now Millwall can push men forward. Will Smallbone tries to play the ball through. It's a good ball. And it's a good finish from Langstaff. And that is 2-1 now. That all came from Marcondes giving the ball away. And it's a good ball through. And I don't know where he's going with the celebration, but it's a decent goal from Millwall there. And now our lead is cut down to 1 goal here. But now I'm going to make some subs here because I've got some tired legs out there, especially the wingers. So I'm making 4 subs here, bringing on Amanka Forson, Jacob Wright, Papa Amadou Diallo, and Pella Matson. And going off are Mirko Topic, Emiliano Marcondes, Matthias Kvistgarden, and Mate Jurasek. And now we've got about 15 minutes here just to see this game out. 2 minutes of stoppage time here. Millwall are coming forward. Just got to keep him away from my box here or keep him out of the box. Just want to see this game out. And I should be able to now. Darling gets it there. I'm going to boot it forward with Kovacevic, and that is full time. And we do win 2-1 on the opening day here. Lost 2-1 in real life, but in the game we're winning 2-1. Now it's a good start to this season and this series. And overall, I'm quite happy with the game. I know I've only played 1 game, but the gameplay and the difficulty felt decent. I think the sliders maybe might need to be tweaked a bit, but it's definitely a good starting point. And if we look at the match facts, I didn't have much possession, but in terms of shots, I think 2-1's probably a fair result. But anyway, that is where I'm going to end the first episode of my FC 26 career mode with Norwich City. And I did actually record the second game for this episode, but I ran out of time to edit it. Because as the PC players who have early access will know, we couldn't get onto the game for about an hour and a half when it released. So I lost that time to record. So if I want to get the video out today, I've only got time to edit 1 game. But it was still a good game. We still got the win, so I'm still happy with it. But anyway, if you enjoyed the video and the start of this series, leave a like. If you want to carry on watching this series, subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.